guys and gals, Never here for Drake Queen Gaming. And some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Moonlight Castle. So before we jump into it, just want to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. And Toralf's first Not Safe for Work video is already out, so if y'all want to watch it, hey, it's as little as $5 to join the Patreon. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. All right. Hello, Sleeping Beauty. Why the long face? Ryan tugged me by the arm and put me close to the grill so that my nose was hovering above the sizzling meat that was being cooked. Smells nice. You're doing a great job. As he heard my dry voice, his cheerful look disappeared, and it was replaced with a serious stare. Do you have something to tell me? I became flustered. The way he was looking at me was really hard to stand, and guilt began to creep up my back. Tell what? I refused to talk at first, but then I ended up letting out everything. It was all just too hard to keep in. Sorry. Oh, Dylan. It makes sense now why he suddenly wanted to take you around to places with his bike. He's hard to read sometimes. Even Patrice has trouble with it. And they've known each other, so they've known each other the longest. I wasn't trying to hide it, really. The bear shushed me with the hand that he wasn't holding with a spatula. Joel, it's fine. You're fine. Had I known this, I would have asked someone else to stay with you. I'm sorry about that. I scratched the back of my head as he continued to push the meat down and made it hiss. Yeah, I've messed up big time. Maybe I'm not as good with people as I thought I was. Ryan scoffed. I wonder if he's getting tired of hearing me beat myself up. Oh, come on! Didn't you hear what I said? You're fine. All of us make mistakes. You remember the pool accident, right? You forgot to dilute the solution they gave you and everyone's fur became green. Oh, God. That is a big fucking oomph. Maybe a little bit. Text speed, we'll do fast. Like that. Like that. This game has a lot of options. What a roller coaster that was. Ryan giggled as he recalled the look on everyone's faces. The kids loved it. And the parents got you fired. Yup, good times. I nudged him with my elbow. Those were definitely not good times, but he was just being a dork and trying to cheer me up. I believe the meat is ready. Ryan, please bring the plates I left on the table. On it. On it. The bear marched away, and I was left with Russell, who was focused mostly on watching the grill. You know I was listening, and for that I apologize. I couldn't move away from the stove, so it was impossible not to reel myself into your conversation. I'm okay with that. You have nothing to apologize for. I can entertain you with what I believe. I wish to share my experience as a bartender. Yes, please do. I'm all ears. Here, plates for everyone. Ryan came back, carrying all the plates in one stack. The bull didn't expect him to grab all of them at once, yet managed to continue to prepare the food calmly. I had to assist them, as there were not enough hands to distribute all the dishes without creating a mess. Joel, come and get yours now. Russell called me over, and I thought it was a smart way to escort me to the side to finish our discussion. I can't really say this is how Dylan behaves, but I'm going to share with you the similarities between him and a type of person I've dealt with ever since I started working as a bartender. Eagerly I nodded and hurried him to say it. You know, order time. Oh, yeah. Everyone was waiting for us to join them, and I didn't want their food or mine to get cold. Do you know why some people constantly fight at the bar? It's because they're looking for something to shake up their lives. People like Dylan search for that kind of thrill and excitement, just feel the adrenaline rush they get from doing something bad. I swear that if he ever tries to land a hand on me or someone else, it's not necessarily physical. Sometimes they find that kind of pleasure through unconventional ways, too. Just don't let him toy with your feelings. I see. Thanks for the advice. I'll keep that in mind. You're welcome. I took my portion and headed toward the group. I seated myself next to Ryan, who had obviously held the spot for me, although I was sure nobody would have dared to take it even if he hadn't. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone for sacrificing both their time and resources in order to be here right now. I'm very happy to have joined this activity with all of you. Clyde's speech boosted everyone's mood and appetite. Blake, okay. Save showing gratitude for later, after the meal. Let's just eat. Yes, please! I caught a glimpse of the bear's drool falling on the edge of his dish seconds before his face dove right into the food. Everyone shared a laugh, and all of us started eating soon after him. Surprisingly, Liam was the first to finish his food, and he stood up. I need to go to the bathroom. You guys can have dessert without me. Yo, everything good? They're still eating. Don't make me say it. I'll be back soon. Oh, sure, don't take too long. Gradually, one person after another, everyone finished their meal. Ryan seemed satisfied, having laid himself facing down on both the chair and the table. Oh my god. That seems like something like Liam would do. He'd be like, no, excuse me, y'all, they were eating. I've got to go take a shit. I'm surprised he had such restraint. It's so weird, though, just to sit down at the dinner table, just go to the bathroom. Ryan seemed satisfied, having laid himself facing down on both the chair and the table. All his neck fluff was exposed, and I couldn't help leaning in to give it a good rub. It was super soft, and as I scratched it, I gave the bear a message. As I scratched it and gave the bear a massage, he whined. The sound was making me flustered, so I stopped it and put my hand in my pocket. I hope nobody saw that, and if they did, that there would be no questions, and it'd be another embarrassing moment that'd totally make me hide my hat. Should we bring the dessert? Blake tried to see the general consensus of the group, and it wasn't long until he received the overwhelming answers. Yes, I'm waiting. I'd much rather have a beer, but it'd be rude to turn down something that you guys made for us. What is it? I want to know. Tell me. You'll see it very soon, you dumb bear. Clyde? Russell shot a concerned look at the dragon, who appeared not as excited as the others. In fact, Clyde looked displeased, and he was busy drowning himself in his own thoughts. Oh, sorry. Please don't let me drag the mood down. Russell, please get dessert from the refrigerator and give a slice to everyone. Russell and Blake exchanged a few worried glances before the bull nodded at the dragon's request and prepared the servings. Did I miss something? You were having fun just a moment ago. Oh, don't misunderstand it. I truly am having fun. This night has been thoroughly enjoyable so far, probably the best in months. Then why do you have that awful look in your eyes? It's Liam, isn't it? Patrice chimed in with his idea, and Clyde's face made it obvious that the speculation made by the tiger was on point. There you go, water time. I was a little sad to see him leave so soon. He did say there was a sudden business to take care of, but he hasn't returned since. And now we're about to have dessert. If he's doing what I think he's doing in the forest, then, well, that's going to take some time. Besides, he did tell us to eat without him, so I assume he's aware that it was going to take a long time. Shall we save a piece for him when he comes back, then? If it helps you to feel less worried, then sure, although I'd prefer to have you here with us rather than think about some guy. Blake, please refer to Liam by his name, at least. I know you don't like him very much, but both of you are my friends. I'm sorry. How about this? Let's finish the dessert and pack everything back into our car, and then, if he still doesn't come back, we can search for him. Or we can just call him. I pointed out to the simplest solution, as it seemed everyone was too absorbed in the situation to remember that phones existed. Maybe. Let's do that as our last resort. I'd like to go and look for a good place where we can see the sky together. The wolf revealed his special plan for the night to try to cheer up the dragon, and, as Clyde heard that, sparkles formed in his eyes. With excitement, he gave the long bag a gentle poke. Oh my! Blake, did you bring a telescope? You didn't mention that to me. It's a surprise. I heard that someone was very interested in the sky, and what a coincidence, I just happen to be versed in both the sky and the stars. Count me out. I'll just look for Liam and wait at the car. Blake shrugged. He couldn't care less about what the crocodile said. All he cared about was spending time with his closest friends. Suit yourself. Clyde then showed his doleful look again. I was about to speak up. I'll speak about it when Ryan asked faster than me. He said to the dragon the exact thoughts I was having. Clyde, you can't keep everyone glued together. It's just plain impossible, and you shouldn't let that ruin your experience. I suppose you're right, though I admit it's hard to let go. Russell handed dessert to everyone and then seated himself at the spot where he was before. Each of us took a piece of the tiramisu and enjoyed what Clyde had worked so hard to make. The dragon was pleased to hear all the positive comments and praise, mostly from Ryan. For a moment it felt truly as if nothing bad ever happened. You left one for Liam, right? Russell nodded. I know that what you're thinking. We'll go find him soon. Trust me that he's okay and hasn't gone far. What if he got lost? I'd lose myself in this forest. To always know where you are in this kind of place seems like a complicated task. About that, you actually shouldn't worry. Liam used to be in the Boy Scouts back in the day. He has good awareness of his surroundings. Oh, that's Patrice, okay. See? He could have returned any time. I suppose I could be overthinking this. I feel silly now. Don't be. Everyone here is completely new to you, and it's normal to get overwhelmed. The tiramisu is amazing. Maybe I should ask you to teach me. Thank you. Your words always make me feel better. Let's put everything back in the car and get Liam. We have some stargazing to do. I couldn't have said it better myself, Joel. I helped with the small things, like collecting all the dirty dishes and the empty bottles. And Dylan basically refused to let anyone but him or Ryan touch the grill, so all of us just watched the two carry it back to the van. Ryan? Okay. Oh, not quite. Okay. I spoke quietly, hoping to get only the bear's attention. Hey, what's up? Worried too? Ryan promptly wrapped his giant fuzzy arm around my neck. Second, water time. I was a little concerned that he was now carrying the grill with only one hand, but I loved having a scarf too much to refuse it. Yeah, I'm worried about Liam, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. Do you remember what he told us yesterday? Am I the only one who's thinking about it? Ryan waited until Dylan took the grill out of his hand. And before the bear answered my question, he paced himself in a way that allowed us to get some distance from the group. I think all of us remembered it, except Clyde. Though I don't think anyone wanted to bring it up during the meal, and I don't think Patrice would want to hear it either. Do you believe it? What he said about the castle? Ryan seemed unimpressed by my question. The bear had experienced a lot of bad things when it came to Liam, so it made sense that he'd be cautious. It sounded exactly like one of the usual loads of bullshit that he spewed all the time. Now if he suddenly jumps out of a bush to scare us, I swear that you'll have a hard time convincing me not to leave him in the forest. I let out a sigh as I tightly gripped the bear's arm that was wrapped around my neck. I kind of want him to do that, honestly. That way, at least we'd know that he was safe. We finished packing our things into the van, and when we returned to our campfire. Clyde's worry was beginning to increase, as Liam was still nowhere to be found. Patrice, did you see where he went? The dragon pointed at the nearby bushes and tried to locate the direction that Lynx had gone in. I saw where he started, but then I went back to my food. Sorry. The tiger extended his paw and pointed a finger at a bush on the left. I don't blame you. This isn't something that we could have predicted. Clyde approached the bush in question, and suddenly the bush began to shake. Yep. Russell grabbed Clyde's hand and dragged the dragon away from the bush. Then all of us simply stared at the bush in anticipation. The bull was about to ask something, but Blake shushed him. Oh. And soon, everyone slowly backed away as the sound became louder. The approaching creature drew near. Ryan placed himself in front of me, ready to be my shield in case whatever was coming was a wild animal. Guys, I found it! You won't believe... Liam came out through the gap between the bushes carrying a giant bag, the same one I'd seen earlier this morning. Huh? What's going on? He tilted his head, confused and unsure about the reason we were all wearing faces. Liam, oh gosh, where were you? I was worried sick about your safety. The dragon rushed toward the lynx and was about to give the spotted feline a hug. However, he stopped halfway through the motion. It seemed that Clyde remembered that Liam didn't like hugs. Awkwardly, the dragon settled down and patted the lynx on the shoulder. 1 second, y'all. It is, in fact, water time. Let's see. Okay. You didn't have to. Anyway, you guys need to come and see for yourself what I found. Liam rushed back into the forest and tried to lead the way, but nobody followed him, not even Clyde. Realizing that after a few steps, the lynx poked his head through the bushes in order to check on us. What's wrong? I saw it as I pushed Ryan out of the way and approached Liam. Although the bear tried to take my hand so that I stayed, I managed to slip away from his grasp. Listen, I'm just going to say it. Are you trying to prank us? It's not that we don't trust you, but we... No need to sugarcoat it, Joel. Blake cut in and he looked at Liam. We don't trust you. If you're planning to do something stupid, just don't. What are you talking about? How am I supposed to set up anything in the middle of nowhere? Dude, you're literally carrying a giant bag full of shit, and you're telling me what? And you're telling me that? Come clean, or I'm not following you. It's not what you guys are thinking. Everyone, please, calm down. What's going on? Why did everything become tense all of a sudden? I know that it's harsh, but we have our reasons. Okay, fine, I'll tell you everything on one condition. I want you guys to come with me and see it for yourself. Though, if you're like Patrice, scared and all that, you can stay here. I'm not scared. I'm just selective about what I can handle. Fine, I'm coming. Liam smiled the moment he heard that, and it seemed that my decision convinced others to give it a go as well. I suppose I'm looking for a hill anyway. A walk could be useful. Blake took a step forward, and the tiger followed suit. I'm going to give you one last chance, Liam. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before we go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all so much for donating to the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's awesome. You're awesome. We greatly appreciate you. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Amr. Thank you so much for subscribing to the ultimate tier of the channel. You're awesome. We love you. We hope you enjoy your new icon. And anyway, y'all, if y'all want to get your name on the end credits, this is as little as $5. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!